Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming, and this is going to be another channel update. It is July 1st that I'm recording this, and so this is going to be for, of course, the month of June. The month of June has been pretty good overall, and we've seen continued growth, and I'm liking where the trend is going, where things are going overall, and I certainly haven't seen the end of the growth curve, but anyway, during the month of June, or somewhere in the middle of June, we hit 100 subscribers. Since then, we have added an additional 31. This, of course, takes into account that there have been a few people that unsubscribed for whatever reason. Maybe they subscribed, or they have been subscribed and decided they don't want to be a part of the channel, or they don't want to receive my videos in their subscription feed. Ultimately, I don't really know exactly why people subscribe overall, but I assume it has to be because they want to know when I post videos. Of course, that's usually why I subscribe to channels myself, so I can only assume it's they're no longer interested in the content I produce, and that's fine. That's fine, because there's plenty of people that are interested, and yeah, with that said, over the course of June, and these numbers are really only for the days June 1st to the 28th, since YouTube's numbers are about 2 days behind overall, we have seen more views in the last 28 days than in the entire months of March, April, and May that I've had the channel operating. In addition, I've also seen more watch time in the last 28 days in the months of March, April, and May. And if you don't know why watch time is important, it is what YouTube focuses on when it determines what good content is from bad, as I've mentioned in the past. It doesn't matter if a video gets 1,000 views if everyone clicks away after 5 seconds. Instead, if a video generates a lot of watch time, if a channel generates a lot of watch time, YouTube will rank that channel and those videos higher in the search rankings, and that is how it really should be. Anyway, with that aside, June has seen a number of changes. I added Portal 2 to the schedule, and of course, the last episode of Portal 2 will be coming out today. 19 episodes in total, and so I'm looking forward to moving on to other things. I also added the Factorio Multiplayer, and that was with Harper Boy, and we've had 8 episodes so far. Unfortunately, due to Harper being busy for this week and the coming weekend, we are unable to do much in the way of recording, and he wouldn't really have a chance to do any rendering and uploading, so we've decided to not really put it on hold, but the Factorio Multiplayer episode 9 will be coming out on July 8th. But just wanted to make a note of that, just in case anyone was concerned that there won't be any Factorio Multiplayer. In addition, right at the end of the month in June 29th and June 30th, I added the series Papers, Please and Sir, You're Being Hunted. Papers, Please is an interesting game where you have to shuffle documents and have to compare information and have to figure out whether the person is legitimate or not. And it's a whole lot of fun. And Sir, You're Being Hunted is a survival game. It's a stealth game. You're trying to scavenge food. You're trying to find pieces of the device. You're trying to find weapons so that you can fight the robots if you come across them. That is a game that I've wanted to play on the channel since I picked it up on the Steam Summer Sale. I also picked up Papers, Please on the Steam Summer Sale, and so I finally did get it started. Unfortunately, I was extremely busy the past week, and I really was focusing on my existing schedule, which was pretty much Prison Architect, Factorio, as well as Portal, and I really didn't have time to add anything else. By the time I got everything edited, got those things recorded, I ran out of time for the day, and then the next day would come, and just really didn't have a chance to sit down and really record an episode of either of the games, and as well a number of other games that I picked up on the Steam Summer Sale. Oh, that was a big thing for me. Yeah, you don't want to know how much I spent. Anyway, with that said, I did officially announce the completion of my Cities Skylines Tropico island. It wasn't going as well as I wanted it. Just the game mechanics were getting in the way of building. And of course the trouble was, because I had everything unlocked, you have the situation where you have all these needs that you have to take care of. Fire, police, health care, death care, garbage, you name it, and it requires you to put down a lot of services, and ideally you want to have a big population base before you get through and into all those various services. I was trying to rush further than I should have, and obviously I did not have the education to support all the high density commercial and the other things, and I definitely would not have been able to operate the oil industry without those educated workers. In part, I probably went about it the wrong way, but it was something I wanted to try and give a go at. But Cities Skylines Charleston has unfortunately been inactive as well, and that has to do with the fact that I got to a point where I unlocked everything and I wanted to do everything, and I just did not have the time to spend hours upon hours to really make Charleston what it could be. And there's a lot of stuff I didn't want to do on camera, and at that point in the game it's a lot of work and time and effort that I really did not have, and I wanted to focus on some other things. So I may return to Charleston, I may return to City Skylines overall. It may be on New City, it may be to revisit Charleston, or maybe revisit Tropico, but who knows. I did do a final episode, the episode 14 I believe it was, of Tropico, just to complete it, or at least to talk about the problems I had, and just so people wouldn't think that the series had kind of just disappeared and gone away. I just wanted to get that taken care of. It's officially being considered completed, even though it's by far not completed, but game mechanics reasons. In addition, Euro Truck Simulator 2, I kind of have it on hold. I had recorded a few episodes up until the Steam Summer Sale, and then when I had purchased, or actually I had purchased a bunch of DLCs, and then I used the refund policy to refund my purchases in order to pick up the deluxe bundle. I was holding off playing it to have the refund policy available to me as an option if it later went on sale again. They added some additional DLCs to the deluxe bundle, which is annoying, after I had already purchased it. Ultimately, I decided not to refund it and repurchase it at a better discount, and I really haven't had a chance to jump back into Euro Truck, and right now I'm kind of on the fence about it. I do have all the DLC now though, so we can go up to Scandinavia and see all the new changes and all the additions and updates. Beyond that, we'll see where the future leads for Euro Truck. If you are interested at all in the Euro Truck series, let me know down in the comments, and if there is interest, I will definitely revisit it, but it's kind of in a state of limbo. I'm not going to consider it complete, but it's not necessarily going to be a regular series that I'm going to be featuring at the moment. Anyway, with that said, what does the month of July look like for us? Well, Prison Architect Alpha 34 hit on June 30th, and I did spend some time watching the developer video and taking a look at the interesting new changes. Gangs have been added to the game, and it's predominantly maximum security that are members of the gangs. It will lead to some interesting things because the gang members will actually stick up for each other, so if one gets into a fight, they'll all join in. So things could be bad, and oh yeah, it could be a lot of fun. If a guard is trying to subdue a gang member, all the other gang members might jump in and beat up the guard. So you're going to now have to start paying attention to the prisoners and their allegiances. And as they mentioned in the developer video, it's one of those things you'll have to manage, but you can never really stamp out because you can't outlaw gang membership. So that should be interesting, that should be fun. And right now, I'm still planning to do Prison Architect as a daily series, but depending on what comes up in the future, if I decide to start a different prison, I'm thinking of doing a every second day alternating between two different Prison Architect prisons. Just different concepts and things I have been floating through my head, and different things I'd like to try out. So that may come up, but until then, Prison Architect Alpha 34 Episode 1 will launch on July 3rd, and I plan to do some recording today in order to give myself some time to record and edit. I decided to start the series for the Alpha 34 on July 3rd, so just to let you know when to expect it. With that said, the final episode of Portal 2 will be going out today, which means that the first Portal will be launching on July 2nd, and that will be a daily series. I don't know how many episodes it will be roughly. It all depends on how much I get through, but I have recorded, I will say, I have recorded the first 6 episodes of Portal, and I don't know how far I am through it, so that should be interesting. Next up, as I mentioned, the Factorio Multiplayer Episode 9 is scheduled for July 8th, and that is just because Harper is incredibly busy this week and the weekend, as I've mentioned. And in its place, what I'm going to do is record 3 episodes of what I call SB previews. I did one for Cities Skylines way back when I was getting my channel started, and I just wanted to get an episode of Cities Skylines, my thoughts and things that I did in my preview city. But there will be, in the place of the Factorio Multiplayer episodes that would have gone out on the 2nd, 4th, and 6th, there will be 3 episodes of SB previews, which is a quick look or a first look into a particular game. In this case, I won't be revealing which games I will be previewing, but 2 of the games will be games I picked up during the Steam Summer Sale, and the third is one that I've had for a little while, and you are probably going to be familiar with the company that made the game, and it was one of their earlier games, and that is all I will leave it at. Anyway, other than that, the games Papers, Please and Sir, You Are Being Hunted, those will be operating on a every second day schedule. That is the July schedule so far as it stacks up. Alright, so once I finish up Portal, and I don't know exactly how many episodes it will be, I'm roughly estimating 15 episodes, although it could be more, it could be less, it all depends on my progress. Other than that, once I finish Portal, I will be jumping into the free community mod called Portal Stories Mel, and it features an entire new storyline, voice acting, and all that other stuff that effectively makes it, in a sense, a third Portal game. So that should be interesting, and I definitely want to try that out. That will come immediately following Portal when I get it complete. Beyond that, I am still looking into getting into the cooperative campaign for Portal 2, as well as jump fully into the Portal 2 community test chambers that can be found on the Steam Workshop. Anyway, that's all I want to say for this channel update. Thank you again for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a good day.